Red, right and true. Storm and stripes, forever fly. Freedom's voice will never die. Say it proud, say it true. Welcome to Red, Right and True.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Red, Right, and True, where we tell you all the truth, all the time, no lies coming from here. And we're going to introduce, we have a very, very special guest tonight, Joe Cumia.
Oh, you don't know how special I am. Just wait till I say a few words. You're like, enough with our special guest.
But I got to explain, this guy has been my big brother, my mentor, my band leader, my boss. It's going to be...
And in desperate times, his pimp.
Yes, yes. For almost 50 years. And just like, I'm always like this, but time I'm the boss is here. One of the best musicians around, except for Mark White. But yeah, Joe Cumia, my pal.
Joe Cumia.
Thank you, Joe.
And Joe
nice.
Curry.
Hello, how are you?
And Patriot Box.
But Patriot.
But of course.
And, of course, Mark White.
Good evening.
How's it going, Mark?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
Good, pal.
And we have a lot to talk about, but first we want to, of course, give our prayers to Rudy Giuliani and, miracle of miracles. He's actually doing better. Everybody knows he's off the ventilator and even making jokes. And so I believe in the power of prayers and keep praying for him. His birthday party is supposed to be here at the America First Warehouse on May 30th. So we just keep him in our prayers, and maybe by a miracle he'll be able to actually come in person to his birthday party here.
Yeah, saying prayers. And also we didn't know that he was actually in a coma. They didn't mention it, but his son mentioned it on Sid and Friends. He was actually in a coma, Mr. Mayor. So yeah, he's out of it, and he's fighting, and we're praying for his recovery.
I think someone was saying that was an induced coma.
Was it?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. They do that when they...
They want you to rest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
But
repair
again,
time.
one of the things they talked about, this wasn't on our prepared sheet, but one of the things they talked about was, of course, he was America's mayor during 9/11, and he did have some complications from breathing in that air. So once again, this Muslim stuff has been ongoing since I was a kid. It's been happening, and then the 9/11 it happened. So again, he was the leadership he did during that really insane time. We could never thank him enough.
The
for
day
that.
the world changed, and not for the better.
Yeah,
Correct.
and the thing about it is, a lot of the voters that voted for Mamdani, they were toddlers or not even born at the time. They don't understand what we went through as a country and how we felt as a country during that time. It was like losing, and regretfully for some people, it was like losing a family member. Even if you didn't have a family member, it was one of the most traumatic days in
Actually,
the history.
Joe, I'm going to interrupt you and say it was several days. One of the things, living on Long Island my whole life, the absence of hearing aircraft overhead. I used to live in the flight path to JFK and Kennedy. So for 3 days, in the workplace, the TV stations, if you didn't have cable, which I didn't because I'm a cheapskate, the TV stations were all down except for Channel 2, which transmitted off the Empire State Building. There was no air traffic. And I remember on the third or fourth day hearing a pair of F-16s fly overhead. And it was very surreal. It was...
And the funny thing you say that, I was in my back garden. We had F-16 that day. Just want to get some fresh air, get out of the house, and I'm walking around my backyard, and F-16s are flying over the house. And it's not like when Grumman was operating, when they were built on Long Island and they were flying or being tested or flying off to a base. They're in a war capacity, and I just on my backyard, like a war has come to my home.
Well, absolutely. I mean, as far as 9/11 goes, it was, our innocence was taken from us that day. We always felt like we are safe. And I feel, I don't know if the panel agrees with me, I feel really, I can't even put into words the fact that they elected Mamdani as the mayor of New York City in the place where that happened it's I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone.
Well, speaking of Mandami, I don't know if you've heard it, but just the other day on the radio, he was asked about Rudy Giuliani. And of course, he did the perfunctory, oh, yeah, we'll give her more prayers. And he was asked a direct question. He said, you know, Giuliani was our president, our mayor during 9/11 and is given credit with getting us through that. Mandami didn't even have didn't have the decency. He just changed the subject. And I think it's disgusting. So every chance I can, I'd like to point out the type of crap that Mandami and his kind are doing and how disgusting they are.
And the dummies that voted for them, for him.
Everybody's trying to figure out like how he got elected, why he was elected, how he was elected. I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that, as you said earlier, the kids that were born, before 9/11, after 9/11, that were born after 9/11, that had no real knowledge of what a trauma that was, were old enough to go to the polls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do the
Well,
math.
and I know your daughter's a good patriot, but your daughter's 18. Have you ever discussed how it felt for you on 9? Because I don't think she could understand how we all felt that day.
They're disconnected from any of that. They've been programmed, to an extent, not to think of that as something that could ever even happen again. Because now we're on such good terms with our Muslim friends. I mean, this is the way I'm talking. I'm looking at it through a 17-year-old's eyes, and this is the way most schools in New York State, especially, teach their kids. I mean,
I 100%
Homeschool.
agree. Go ahead, Mark.
First of all, if Trump wasn't the president, there's no way Mandami would have won. That was a stick it to Trump. That's all that was. Stick it to Trump. Because liberals, they'll cut off their faces. I mean, they'll cut off their nose in spite of their face.
They cut off
So they
other
would rather
things
just
too.
sink with the
Yeah.
ship, just to stick it to Trump.
do you actually think though that was the motivation, or do you think that because I think
think it's
if
the
even if
brainwashing.
No, that's the motivation.
Kamala was elected, I think Mandani would have won in
No,
New York.
no way. No way.
New York is that liberal a place. It's just
Yes,
that.
it is. That's what you got to understand. The people in New York have lost their collective mind.
That's the truth.
There's something. I mean, if you're okay with crime and all, and the subways, and I mean, you have old school. Listen, everybody saw what was going on. I saw old school New Yorkers supporting Mandani. People who were here during 9/11. So what's their excuse? They all hate Trump, and this was a stick it to Trump. There's no way anybody in their right mind would vote in a Democratic Socialist unless they were full of TDS.
But there was no way they were going to vote for Curtis either. I mean, maybe.
Well, not Curtis,
maybe
but
Cuomo.
they definitely would have went with what was that
Cuomo.
dude's name?
Cuomo.
Cuomo. Okay, Cuomo.
Yeah, but that would have been this much better than having
I think
Mandami in
it's
there.
a combination of exactly what you said
Yeah.
and what Mark said. It was both. The brainwashing of the younger people, because they kind of have lost hope. It's really hard to afford a house, and they don't have the history we have about what 9/11 really means and how devastating it is to our freedom and our country. So they've been brainwashed since.
Well, in addition to that,
absolutely.
Bonnie,
and the social media,
In it- well-
and the social
And here's
media,
one-
brainwashing,
I got
brainwashing.
one more thing.
And go ahead, Mark.
It's the parents' fault because remember, my parents and your parents and everybody else's parents had it easier than we did. Rent has gone up and up and up until now it's where it is. But my rent was way more expensive than my mom's rent. But I didn't make an excuse for it. I just got a better job. I just worked harder. That's what you're supposed to do.
And you know what's interesting? They think that these liberals have self-respect. Matter of fact, let's go to Asset One. We have one that talks about her self-respect.
The only thing that Trump winning proved was how many uneducated, angry.
Uh-oh. We're having a little issue with the clip.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, that clip, I did watch it ahead of time. She was so proud of herself for not voting for Trump because she's the superior human being and she has morals and she can look at herself in the mirror because she did not vote for Trump. And that's
And
how...
she thinks we're all unhappy. She thinks we're all unhappy. We're not unhappy. You have to
right.
tell your friends that. We're not unhappy. We're happy.
Yeah. It's just that whole I have self-respect.
The only
What do you-
thing-
oh,
Here it comes. It's come. I think they're going to try it again. It's gone. Okay. It's
Oh,
all right.
okay. Oh, good.
Believe me, you didn't miss anything.
Yeah, good rinse start. But basically, what it was is that she was saying that all her friends are voted, with liberal, and then the fact remains that she has a clear conscience. She has self-respect that she didn't vote for Trump. And I can't understand that you have self-respect for somebody that wants to get rid of a terrorist regime, somebody that's looking out for America's interests, somebody that actually, had 3 suicide attempts against them, somebody that, is standing up for us. They're brainwashed. And like I always say, if you went to her and you could stop a liberal dead in their tracks when they get on that tirade and go, why? 3 reasons why. Can't give it to you. They can't.
You never get an answer.
No, because they react emotionally. They don't.
So many videos
They
on
don't act
YouTube.
based on the facts.
I mean, look at the Make America Great Again. What's wrong with that?
Yeah. What's wrong?
How could you be against that? How, people,
What's
funny?
What's
They
wrong
had
with that?
reduced
Because
just
it's
MAGA.
diametrically opposed to anything that Democrats want. So only because it's opposite of it's opposite what Democrats think and want, and think of the U.S. So make America great again. What with Trump? That's exactly what it gets back to every time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They would rather see America fail under Trump than have America thrive
Right.
under Trump. They hate him that much, and it's insane. But stay with us. We will be back in 3 minutes with Joe Cumia. Joe Curran. Patriot Box.
Nice save. Good
Most
save.
people think they have options when searching for the best deals when they travel. But here's the shocking truth. 100% of the major travel agencies are owned by just 2 entities, Expedia and Booking Holdings. They claim to offer the lowest rates, but due to the hotel rate parity agreement, they all have the same pricing, limiting genuine competition. When you book through these sites, you act as your own travel agent, but the profits are going to organizations that don't support our patriot values. We cannot allow that to continue. So, we decided to make travel great again by starting a US-based travel membership platform, mypatriottravel.com. We are patriots helping patriots. Together, we can disrupt the travel industry by not spending our hard-earned dollars supporting the radical left. For just $29.99 per month, you gain access to true wholesale rates on travel, saving you on average 35% and up to 65%. Book as often as you like, with no limits. Keep your hard-earned dollars in your pocket and spend them on things you need and want to support. Go to mypatriottravel.com/TAFW and grab your membership today. mypatriottravel.com/TAFW, making travel great again.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
I'm sure you guys remember the platinum single Justice for All with Donald Trump and the J6 Prison Choir. We'll get ready for round 2. We're coming out with Anthem of the Free with High Res and the J6 Prison Choir. It's coming out now. It's pre-sale until December 19th when it drops. Get yours on all platforms, Google Play, Apple iTunes. Get it. It's going to be hot.
Justice for all, our voices ring. The anthem of the free.
It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see. A symbol of unity. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
Welcome back, everyone. We're here at the America First Warehouse with our weekly podcast, Red, Right, and True. We have a great panel tonight. We have Bonnie Scalisi, we have Mark White, Joe Curry, and special guest Joe Cumia.
There's two CUs on the show, so you get into that.
Joe and Joe.
And the thing about it is, Joe and I have been on Billings for what, almost 40 years together? Yeah,
Easily, yeah.
All right, I was on the break. We talked about I'm going to update us on the war in Iran. Needed to be specific, apparently, about which war we were talking about. The fact that we're winning it. The media portrays it. They'll tell you what Al Jazeera says. They'll tell you what Iran rhetoric and propaganda is, but they really don't describe the reality of we're winning. We're accomplishing what we need to, and no, it's not going to be all done in a day or two, but it's getting done. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. And, what I see as the biggest threat to America is not the fast boats or the Iranians. I see the Democrats and the New York Times as a much bigger threat to America than anything that Iran has thrown at us since this war started.
I would add ABC News to it. I was watching some TV show last night. I fell asleep. ABC News came on as I was getting dressed, and they are so anti-administration. It just sounded so defeatist while they're describing what's going on with the war. Now, the war has been something that we need to do. We mentioned the nuclear capabilities, eliminating nuclear ballistic missile capabilities, getting rid of the proxy networks, for the Hezbollah and the Houthis that Iran has been funding, securing the global energy supplies, the Strait of Hormuz. Now, the thing with the Strait of Hormuz, you get liberals that look at you and go, well, it was never closed until this happened. No, it was not as much, but here's the deal. I use this analogy. The bully used to wait for me at the top of a hill. He wanted $5, okay? And then there was a couple of weeks the bully wasn't there looking for $5. Am I going, is the bully gone? No, he could be back next week looking for another $5. I want the bully gone for good. And that's pretty much the case for the Strait of Hormuz. I know it's tough when you're getting, and your gas is getting hot, $4.50 a gallon. Yeah, it gets tough. Where it was $30 to fill up my car is $50 now. But you realize it's a sacrifice that we are making. Give you a perfect example. Now, we're all in the same age. You remember when we were little kids, we were watching the news and he had the casualty report and the body count from Vietnam? I go, it was a price we paid horribly with the American lives, but we're not paying it with American lives now. We're just paying it for $5 gas, whatever it's going to become. But it's coming down now because they're opening up the strait. It's for the better of the future of the country that we're doing this.
I just want to add something. How come nobody ever complained when the gas was so high under Biden?
And we were getting nothing in return?
Absolutely nothing in return. But all of a sudden, it went up a bit more than it has been. And the same people that had nothing to say about when Biden, the prices of everything was up, they
well,
have
look,
a
who's
big mouth.
complaining? Who's complaining? It's everyone who's anti-Trump.
Yeah.
Everyone who's anti-Trump. Everyone that I know, at least.
Well, I'm going to point something out that this is reality, people, as far as to hear the media talk about the war. Oh, we're losing. The economy's going to be destroyed. Guess what? The market has never been higher. It closed today higher than it ever has. It's been putting in the last month, in new record high after new record high. For those of you who are not investors or that knowledgeable what that means, the stock market is basically predicting the future or what they believe the future to be. And guess what? It's all positive, and it's backed by numbers and people who are intelligent with money.
I remember one thing Trump said when he engaged Iran, militarily. He said, and if they don't do what we want them to do, we're just going to go in and take the oil.
It'll be ours. We're going to go in.
That's the end run. That's the end game.
Yeah.
And it will happen.
Yes, but it's also, who wants an armed nuclear Iran? If you care about anything living, I mean, they were going to use those bombs. They do not have balance of power. They don't have any.
That's
they don't
because
have
they're
Western
nuts.
Values. They are willing to die for their religious reasons. It's
no
an honor
moral
to
compass.
die. So if they have a nuclear weapon, they were definitely going to use it. So what good is low gas prices?
They
or
were going
whatever
to get
if they're
somebody else to use it.
Say that again, Mark?
I said they were going to get somebody else to use it. They're not going to use it themselves. They were just
You mean
Oh,
like
some
China and
terrorists.
India?
Weren't they were talking about buying one nuke from China or something like that? There was scuttlebutt going on about that too. I remember.
They would just get one of their little cronies to just, walk into Israel or something and just detonate it.
All right.
Yeah.
But Joe Curry has the greatest point is about being a bully, and Iran was definitely the bully that it was in charge of everything because everyone's afraid. They don't want to say bad things about Muslims. They don't want to, appear to be racist as far as religious freedom goes. But it's like, if you look at all of the horrible things that are happening, the bombings and 9/11, who is doing it all? And it's like, what's right in front of your eyes? That's what's really happening is the Muslim
Radical
religion,
Muslims.
the radical Muslims are behind all the violence.
Yeah, and Obama is chiming in, and really Obama, who took billions of dollars of cash, stuffed it into a 747, the way Yosemite Sam stuffs dynamite into his ship, and then flies it over to Iran. Because if we give them money, they'll put it to great thing. Yeah, giving it to the Houthis, So they have nothing to say. Trump is not a politician. He is a businessman, and he sees a problem in business. You see a problem, you identify it, and you resolve it, and that's what he's doing. And the UAE has a lot in stake with this because the UAE, I was explaining before, is that they spent billions or trillions of dollars on infrastructure and buildings out of the government pocket for entertainment, for business, and they can't afford to have this radical country in their vicinity.
The world, Joe, I'm going to interrupt you as I often do. The world cannot have this radical country in this place because what's going on, look, Iran, for all practical purposes, has already been defeated militarily, and they're using all types of proxy or alternative options like trying to close the Strait of Hormuz and holding the world's energy hostage. If Iran had a nuke, they would hold the entire world hostage because they could.
Absolutely.
They'd probably also, if they had two nukes, they'd blow one off just for the fun of it. But the bottom line is, we cannot ever allow a radical regime like Iran have a nuclear weapon because they will hold the world hostage. And it's obvious.
I just want to say one thing to Patriot Box's point. It reminds me, everybody's seen The Terminator, right, with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yes.
Iran is like the Terminator where they'll just keep coming. Like maybe the Terminator's head was chopped off and he just got up and he kept going. They are not going to stop unless somebody stops them. So Trump is the only one with balls enough to do it. And then the liberals are always, like he's starting a war with Iran. Then when he didn't do anything, he did his peace thing.
Right.
They call him a chicken. So they're going to hate him no matter what. So
Yeah.
at least he's saving our
And do you want to know
our
something?
grandchildren, our future generations.
Absolutely, but some people don't get it. And you have
don't
some
get it.
people, Americans, that want to move out of the country and go to Hawaii. If we could have Asset 2, please.
Okay, so since Trump won the election, we're cooked. Yup. I'm gonna be leaving the U.S. and I'm gonna be moving.
We're having problems with the assets today.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
We're getting our assets kicked.
And Mark, these assets are very quick.
Yeah.
Like they're only a couple of seconds.
But what this guy was saying is thank God we looked at the clips.
I did look
Anyway,
at them.
yeah, but what this guy is saying is he's had it with living in the United States, and he is so out of here, and he's leaving the U.S. to go to Hawaii.
Well, I do like Hawaii, but
Who doesn't like Hawaii? But you
I can't
can't
afford
be
to
that
go to Hawaii.
stupid.
So,
Do you realize Hawaii is a liberal hellhole right now?
Is it? No.
Yes, it is.
I
A
did not know
liberal
that.
hellhole.
I did
Look
not
it up,
know
you'll
that.
see. Yes, homeless everywhere.
It's
All
expensive
the
as hell to live in,
places.
too.
All the-
Expensive as hell.
The most,
Yep.
the
Can't
most
get- yeah.
expensive state in the union.
Oh yeah, because everything's got to be flown to ship there. But to tell you the truth, if you're going to be homeless, that's the place to be.
I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah, really.
Well, you could get nice pina coladas on the beach, I guess.
You
in
can afford,
Hawaii.
at least the weather's good. It beats living
Well,
in
as
a Hell's Kitchen.
uneducated as that
I mean,
guy was.
all the bugs have access to you 24/7.
All
There
the
was-
what?
The bugs.
Oh, okay. That is true. I'm not a bug person. But
There's also the case of Ellen DeGeneres.
What's that?
She's very, very unhappy where she is now.
Where is
she
she?
wants to
go?
come back.
An unhappy
And so did
lesbian?
Ro-
Say it ain't so.
She
did,
went to Sweden, I think.
the one that went to Ireland,
That's Rosie.
Oh, that was Rosie.
That's Rosie.
Yeah,
Rosie
O'Donnell.
who also
Donald.
wants to come back.
Yeah, but DeGeneres is not permitted to come back. She can't even get a visa to come back. She completely gave up her U.S. citizenship.
Oh, did she?
She gave it up, and now they're like, sorry. I'm sure
I
there's
gave that
somebody
up.
in Trump's administration sitting there going, guess what? Ellen DeGeneres can't do it.
I hope you like IKEA furniture and Swedish meatballs and have a Volvo because you're staying there, lady. You ain't coming back here.
Yeah, she actually she went public with that. She called the I don't know. She called the consulate or something and complained that she's not allowed to go to the United States anymore. Thinking they can do something about it. They're like, you came here. Sorry.
To Joe's point regarding Ellen DeGeneres and Volvos, I'm pretty sure Ellen DeGeneres loves Volvos. Just saying.
Or a va. But anyway, but I digress.
I did not know about Ellen DeGeneres and that whole thing, but I'm loving that.
Oh yeah.
Again, everybody thinks that this country is so awful, the liberals, not us, of course. We know how great this country is. And the fact that these people are stupid enough to leave and take their citizenship,
Good
don't
riddance.
let the door hit your ass on the way out.
Yeah.
And all the illegals, we're getting them out. If you want to leave voluntarily, go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
go. I'll
And,
drive you to the airport.
Well,
Yeah,
bye.
right. Let's give them free service to the airport. And we will be back in 3 minutes with Joe Cumia, Joe Curry, Patriot Box, Mark White, and myself.
Very
Ready
good.
to move and celebrate freedom like never before. The America First Warehouse proudly presents Freedom in Motion, America 250. Join Lisa for an electrifying dance fitness fundraiser designed to get your heart pumping and your spirit soaring. This dynamic 6-week session is perfect for all fitness levels, whether you're just starting out or ready to level up your routine. Feel the energy of an epic patriotic playlist. Boost your fitness, learn exciting new moves, and relieve stress while having an absolute blast. All for just $100 per person, and it all supports a great cause. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Come dance, get fit, and celebrate America 250 in motion.
Politics feeling broken? What if you could match with politicians the way you match on a dating app, but based on real values? Meet OpScore from GoUSA, the first ever values-based political matchmaker. Think Match.com for elections that aligns voters with politicians. We score politicians on a nonpartisan scale based on your priorities. Track your politician scores and take our OpScore Challenge survey to match with leaders who align with you at opscore.org. Stop voting blind. Start matching smart. Politicians work for you.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
If the vote count is accurate, then how come the number of voters is different? And if it's not accurate, then why was it certified? We are suing Letitia James and the New York State Board of Elections for a conspiracy against fundamental rights. This is not about who won. It's not about what party. It's about the fact that they don't care about your rights.
It's me, Joe the Box, and I'm John the Blanket with the America First Podcast.
That's what I'm talking about. The Fred Rubino Podcast coming to you from the America First Warehouse.
Welcome, everybody, to the James Justice Show, tearing these airwaves apart with all the craziness that goes on in the world.
Welcome to the Patriots Podcast. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the On the Right Side podcast here at the America First Warehouse in Long Island, New York.
Shane Jenkins here with another episode of Liberty's Cage.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, Red, Right, and True.
We are streaming live on America First Media and Television app.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Downey Jr. podcast. Be free, stay free.
The America First Warehouse, where our hearts will
Good evening and welcome back to Red, Right, and True. We have Bonnie, we have Patriot Box, we have Mark White, and we have my pal Joe Cumia here. And one of the things we want to ask, so before we went to break, the last time Joe Joe's brother is Anthony Cumia. He's one of my close friends as well. And Joe mentioned that on Ant's show, he was mentioning how the term gerrymandering got started, which was fascinating. You never figure in a million years that is how that term came to be. Joe, explain.
He explained that, well, first of all, he rarely, if ever, speaks about anything that he doesn't research first. He knows pretty much everything that he's talking about, every angle, every in and out. And he explained that it was a statesman. His last name was Gerry, Gerry. And one of the districts that he tried playing around with, to get more votes for the Democrats, by the way, he was a Democrat, ended up being shaped like a salamander. Like usually they were like square boxes or they were, rectangles or, and it ended up being shaped like a salamander. There you go, gerrymandering. Gerry creating a voting district that looks like a salamander. So gerrymandering.
And the term stuck forever.
And it's stuck for hundreds of years.
It's stuck forever. So moving forward, Mark White, bass player, used to be the bass player in the Spin Doctors. He was with them, and one of the reasons he's no longer with them is his conservative views. And I know that you were a conservative. We played in a band for decades. And how has it been being in a band for you? Being a conservative, how has it affected you?
You want to talk about Reddit? I don't. I don't want to talk about the old O&A Reddit. Was a living hell. It's much easier now, but back in the day, I was having shows canceled. I mean, just for having conservative views, for being outspoken. On all of them, and I was doing this without the FU money that Anthony's made.
Yeah, and the thing about it is that going out with the bands, there was nothing really radical there. I mean,
no, we never brought politics.
We never brought. I mean, even when we had Rotgut, our old band, we did skits, we did bits, we filmed this, we filmed that, but nothing was ever political. It was filthy dirty, but it never would have jokes, but it never was filthy dirty. Now, another question with Mark also, my band Fragile Sky, it's all conservatives, and we always commented that, we get along because we're all conservatives. Did you have band members? I know Mark had some. Did you have band members that were liberal?
Oh, yeah.
And how was the working relationship?
I still do. Don't talk about it. That's the only way to deal with it. Because if I have to talk to you about it for more than 5 minutes, it would go quick. It would escalate very quickly.
Yeah. Now, Mark, you experienced that in the Spin Doctors, right? You had they were pretty much all liberal in that band.
Yeah, everybody was liberal, but we didn't talk about it. They only got mad because of my Facebook, which is the only place I'm outspoken. But I figured, it's my Facebook. I can do whatever I want. But I would never get on stage and. I have American flags all over my stuff. That's about all I had.
Right.
Exactly.
Now, American flags piss off liberals, by the way, just so you know.
Now, being booked with clubs has it caused Joe? It has it caused. I know the one, and we're going to bring it up in a sec, but has it caused you a lot of gigs with club owners?
Not so much the club owners. Theater owners are a little different. Theater tend to be more lefty than righty, of course, just by the virtue of what they do. Theater actors, same thing. Well, but the biggest problem was having people that did not agree with the things that you said off stage in your life, and then come after you. With your livelihood, they come after your livelihood, and they had canceled. I had many shows canceled.
Yeah, I had an incident where I picked up a gig with Vic DiBitetto, very funny guy. I worked with Vic for years. My agent calls me about an hour later, say, yeah, you can't be it because his agent doesn't like you're too political. Now, in my act, I mean, look, I got the American flag, I'm a conservative, whatever, but on stage, I discuss politics maybe 5 minutes, the maximum. So it was what I was posting, which I had a problem with. And I noticed that it caused you a problem where Joe didn't stand for it. He really took it up. Could you put up asset 5, please? Asset 5. It's going to be a picture of Joe
with a shotgun running into a... No, I'm kidding.
There it is. Joe was on the People's Court disputing.
I love the People's Court.
Actually, he was disputing a club owner that wouldn't pay his YouTube ban, and it got canceled because the people on Reddit were posting, was sending things to the club owner, telling Joe that this guy's a bigot, he's this and that. Joe, can you tell us a little bit about that?
That gets so much deeper than what it's very really just you're just kind of glazing over it. There's a lot to it. Way too much for me to get involved. Really involved with it right now.
Right.
But the long and short of it is bad people were doing bad things to innocent people. And I was having shows canceled all over the place. One summer, I lost tens of thousands with bands being canceled due to the fact that people would call and anonymously they would call and they would say things like, I'm going to have CNN down there so that you can stop this racist from, again, here it comes, here it is, I'm a racist, a pedophile, a misogynist, anything.
It's the same talking points.
Well, thank God I had recourse. I used to use these copyright infringement forms and fill them out by the dozen because I guess they didn't know I didn't work a day job. I was working at night. I was, playing in bands. So all day long I would sit there and I would fill these things out and file them on Reddit. You can't tell Reddit you want something taken down because it's taking away from your livelihood. You need to get them legally. So I ended up having a 20,000 member O&A Reddit subreddit. That's where they used to go and congregate. This was after O&A broke up. They would congregate, and they would come after me, my sister, my brother, who it really didn't affect him very much. If he lost himself a sponsor, he would go, oh, well, it's one sponsor. But with me, if I lost a gig, that was like, 10, 15K gone. And I had no recourse. It was the people at the venue, whether it's a winery or a theater or whatever, saying, hey, listen, sorry, we can't have you because we have these phone calls coming in. And they would all congregate on the subreddit and call as many places as they could. Eventually, I just stopped putting my dates up on the calendar and went completely solo and do my one-man band thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you know what's happening with the talk show host, Jimmy Fallon, yeah. Who remembers what happened to Roseanne Barr, who, again, like Mark White, was just saying her opinion, and I'm not saying her opinion was what she said was good,
In private.
but it was her private social media, had nothing to do with the Roseanne show, which was a reboot. It was doing really well in the ratings, and they fired her and changed the name of the show. Here, Jimmy Fallon.
Is it Fallon or Fowler?
I don't know.
It's Fallon. Jimmy Fallon.
Fallon. He makes a comment, and his show is in the toilet as far as ratings go, and they're making a stink about firing him. But it's like, where were all these voices when Roseanne was fired? Where is the freedom of speech? Again, it's only one-sided.
Yeah,
only one-sided.
Bonnie,
Always.
you
That's
make
because
me
of the
laugh, Bonnie,
business.
because you got to understand these people are all together.
The
The
nature
entire
of the
media is run by
business.
liberal leftists.
Yeah.
You just got to accept that. That's the reality. I mean, that's why I accept it. That's why I'm retired. I don't want nothing to do with those people.
All the big owners, the people that own.
Hollywood and the legacy media. And again, people are starting to catch on, but that's a very powerful platform to have the legacy media in Hollywood, and they've been exploiting it and people probably since the beginning of the time.
Right, and they're so not self-aware. And with that in mind, let's go to asset 3 and take a look at somebody who's talking.
Hey, my
Love the hair.
How come all you look like you got rejected by God as a sacrifice?
Okay, yeah, must be having a problem with the clips this week. Basically, what she was alluding to, is she's going, take a look at all you Trumpers and all you MAGAs. Just look at you, and she looks like she escaped from a mental house. You know, I mean, it's like, how could you, with the hair and everything like that, you lost your marbles. You know.
Well, yeah, Mark always picks these videos for us, which we love. We're having a little bit of issues with the videos this week, but
even when they're broken, you still
get the gist of it.
Yes.
Now, I just want to ask. I have a question for Joe, and I have a question for Mark, and it's a very, very, very important question that I do need to know. Joe, what's your base of choice?
My base of choice?
Yeah.
I always liked P bass.
Fender P bass?
Fender P bass. If I slap like what I was doing with Rock Cut for years,
right?
I use the Music Man.
Nice.
Music Man.
Mark, what was your base of choice?
Jazz bass, but look, I got a P bass right now. I was
Very
practicing.
nice. There you go.
I love that thing. I love this thing.
It's a great bass.
Joe, you're going to ask me
It
what
is.
my choice was?
Oh, you played. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yes, I own a 1959 and a 1960 P bass. They're older than me, and if they're for sale, because I don't play anymore. But if you want them, they're out there.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I play chord keyboards. Thank you.
I played the drums, so, you know.
We should start a band and live off the food people throw.
Exactly.
One of your dads sings. But that was very interesting on how being an entertainer and being under certain constraints is a problem. And sometimes you have to. I'm not doing my other podcast for one of those reasons, you know. But you have to pick and choose the way you want to go.
I can tell you. Listen.
Yeah,
I've been
Mark,
a
we have 10
conservative-
seconds.
I've been a conservative since I was 10 years old. And so now I know all these people were just assholes.
Right. We'll be right back.
Me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol of unity. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
The America First Ultra MAGA Store. For all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Ultra MAGA Store.
Get ready to move and celebrate freedom like never before. The America First Warehouse proudly presents Freedom in Motion, America 250. Join Lisa for an electrifying dance fitness fundraiser designed to get your heart pumping and your spirit soaring. This dynamic 6-week session is perfect for all fitness levels, whether you're just starting out or ready to level up your routine. Feel the energy of an epic patriotic playlist. Boost your fitness, learn exciting new moves, and relieve stress while having an absolute blast. All for just $100 per person, and it all supports a great cause. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Come dance, get fit, and celebrate America 250 in motion.
Corporate transfer. Fine professional, moving and storage, and inventory management.
America First Warehouse was really the most patriotic venue that you can ever imagine. We wanted to build something for people to be able to come to and feel so comfortable and so relaxed, because there is nothing out there like it. We give an opportunity for people to really feel good about themselves and about this great country.
Welcome back to Red, Right, and True. We got Joe. Joe's just going to play a couple of things. He's one of the best guitar players around, and I don't say that because I've been his keyboard player for almost 40 years. I say that because he's one of the best guitar players around. Joe, tell a little bit about the gigs that you're doing, what you're playing with your brother Joe.
Brother Joe Entertainment is that's the umbrella company for 6 different bands that I do right now. I've been doing the Journey and U2 tributes separate. These are all separate tribute bands. Journey and U2 I've been doing since 2000. Started a Rage Against the Machine tribute, which, believe me, the politics, it's really strange to like separate the music. It's like separating Robert De Niro, from Robert De Niro in real life from Robert De Niro in Taxi Driver. I'll watch Taxi Driver anytime. I'll watch The Godfather. I'll watch, anytime. Do I like the man? No. I definitely like the work. I guess I've been supporting it for so long that it doesn't matter if I continue. Really doesn't make a difference either way. So it's the same thing with music. So I did start a Rage Against the Machine tribute band not too long ago. That's been doing extremely well. Steely Dan is probably the toughest one that I've had to do. That was
and you're going to be here at the warehouse this Saturday.
Doing Guitar Legends, which is another. Well, then there's Guitar Legends. I think that's 5, and then there's Radioland, which is a yacht rock tribute to yacht rock, and then I do Solo Joe, which is a one-man band.
That's a lot.
Only way you can really make a living, unless you get a sweet gig with the Spin Doctor.
Hey, you know what? He made a really good point. We're able to separate the art from the people who are like crazy liberals. Because I love Robert De Niro, and I still love Madonna, and I still love all the crazy people.
You're an artist.
As a people, I don't like them, but as musicians, I still listen to their stuff, and I still watch their movies.
Right. You're an artist, and that's one of the reasons why. Because you're an artist. That's the only thing that I see that separates people that I know that say, I'll never watch another De Niro movie again, or I'll never listen to Rage Against the Machine. It's like, just because of their politics, I'm sorry, I can't. I can separate it because I really like the art.
Yeah.
And as an artist, you're able to do that better than someone who isn't, who take it or leave it kind of thing.
Yeah, just from the, being a musician, you listen, to the music, and it's like, all right, I don't like what they're saying, but the music is very good. I get their point. I get what they're all about. You enjoy their music. I don't have to go to spring break with them. I mean, I just, want to listen to the, jam their tunes. There's
Although
nothing
I never
wrong
liked Bruce, so F him.
Yeah, never mind Bruce. Never mind Bruce.
Bruce.
I never liked Bruce.
No, Bruce. I never liked Bruce either.
Never liked Bruce, but the thing that always, since I was a kid, it was like, all right, if you're a great actor, you're a great musician, you're a great singer, athlete, anything, artist, that's great, but you don't know jack shit about politics. So why does it matter what you think? And the Democrats have taken advantage of that fact that, let's get Taylor Swift, she's popular, so if people like Taylor Swift, they'll believe the bullshit that we have to say.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah. And if it's, look, I played in bands for years. We never did, politics was never an issue. Just, writing cool songs, covering songs that people liked, and just going and doing the gig. Even my stand-up, like I said, there was that one agent that didn't want to use me. Oh, well, Joe's too political on what I post, but on stage, I don't come out like Patton. I go, I do maybe 4 minutes tops of something that's political. And when you do political humor, you need to be in the middle of the road. I learned that the hard way. I finally got the hang of it. You need to be in the middle of the road with everything, So it's a delicate line.
I actually leave politics out of my stand-up because I don't want to polarize the audience. but on my Facebook page, I'm a maniac.
Well, talking about middle of the road, judges are supposed to be unbiased, and
yes,
I want to bring up
point.
Judge Zia Mustafa Farouk,
Irishman.
and basically
I don't like him already.
He's the son of a Pakistani immigrant. And, Pakistan has been very good to this country, and they really look out for America. I think we could tell that by the fact that they were hiding bin Laden all those years. But going back to, I'm not going to call him the honorable, I'm going to call him the dishonorable Judge Mustafa Farouk. And he basically was coddling.
He sounds like a circus strongman.
That pizza with his strength, I will lift with streets of strength. I will put up this truck axle and lift overhead.
Based on what he did, and if you don't know what he did, is Alan Cole, the shooter, the assassin of Donald Trump, and I don't think that we have to say alleged shooter, even though he hasn't been convicted yet, and that's because he was caught red-handed. So as far as I'm concerned, Alan Cole is an assassin or attempted assassin, and he's guilty of attempted murder. But Judge Mustafa Farouk, sounds like something I stepped in, Judge Faraka Mustu, he basically, he apologized not once, not twice, 3 times to Alan Cole because he didn't get the best room in the house in fact, they even protected him and put him on suicide watch to protect him. Can you imagine if they didn't put him on suicide watch and something happened to Alan Cole? They'd be blaming, well, we'd all first think Hillary, but they'd blame Trump.
Oh, imagine if he took a shot, the guy took a shot at Lincoln, he'd be like, come here, John, let's have a look at that leg. He doesn't care. But speaking of, if we please go to Asset 4, violent libs against red hats.
I woke up and chose violence against the red hats today. I will wake up and choose violence against the red hats every day.
I love how the clips are so short, but they just go right to the punch.
Oh, yeah.
But they're supposedly the party of love and acceptance, so much
And
acceptance that, they have to have certain titles for you, him, her, and all that, because feelings can't get hurt. And yet, they're the violent ones. They're the ones that are coming after our president. They're the ones that would celebrate it if it was carried out, and then call it staged when it's not. It's not staged. So it's just the hypocrisy of it.
Think of this, people. We all say, oh, they're coming after Donald Trump. No, they're coming after you. They're trying to take your freedom. They're trying to take America away from us, the people who love it, who live here, who want to live here and respect it and want to keep it going for another 250 years.
Okay, let's get some guitar going.
Yes.
Some guitar?
Here, after he put his guitar down,
the guitar's
now
out there.
we ask him to pick it back up. Mark is going to critique you.
No, I'm not.
I'm just kidding.
Show him, boss man.
I'm joking.
Melissa.
Can you get the mic down a little bit?
How come we don't hear anything?
Angel came down from heaven yesterday. Stayed just long enough to rescue me. And she told me the story yesterday about the sweet love between the moon and the deep blue sea. Then she spread her wings high over me. She said she's gonna come back tomorrow. And I said, fly on, my sweet angel, right on to the sky. I said, fly on, my sweet angel, forever I'm gonna be by your side.
Amazing. And you're going to be hearing a lot. There's going to be a lot of this.
We have a ton of stuff.
May 9th, and the show is going to be at 8 p.m. here at America First Warehouse. And Joe plays Stevie Ray Vaughan to the T, Jimi Hendrix to the T, Clapton, Brian Seltzer, CZ Top, and more. I will be, because even great guitarists need a keyboard player, so I'll be sitting in with the band for probably about maybe 5 songs. So that'll be fun. So check that out tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Check that out Saturday. We'll be here.
This coming Saturday.
This coming Saturday
on that
here.
very stage.
On that
First
very
America
stage.
Warehouse.
At the First America Warehouse. Bonnie, you have anything cooking?
Tomorrow I have a podcast at Governor's Comedy Club at 6:30.
6:30.
Yeah.
Great. Patriot Box.
Not a damn thing.
No.
He must service me.
Really? Well, that's nice. And
It's a full-time job.
it's hysterical. And also our friend John Riccatone. Please go on to his Facebook page. He's going to be running and on a conservative platform. And go to his page, support him. Please vote for him. It's very important that he wins in that district that he's in. And just check out all the sponsors here that I misplaced.
And the dance one, I'm enrolled. They're having a dance thing here at the warehouse.
Called a class?
A class. Thank you.
What kind of dance class?
It's you do exercise to patriotic songs.
Really?
Yeah. I'm
Wow.
looking forward to it.
That's cool. That's cool. And like I said, follow My Pillow and all the other. Check it out on the website, theamericafirstwarehouse.com. You could find all the shows. You could find our show. You could find replays of our show. And check it on out. It's a great, fabulous place. Bonnie?
And they also have other amazing podcasts here. Check them all out. And you can't go wrong when you support your own country, and that you should, if you haven't already, download the app to the America First Warehouse, and let's make this bigger and bigger and bigger and get the word out there.
I gotta say, it's a destination concert venue.
Absolutely.
Yes, a destination concert venue. You walk in here and you feel like you've come home.
Yeah,
And it's everything
Joe, thank
about
you so much. Thank you so much
Thank
for being
you
with
so
us.
much.
Thank you,
Guys,
everybody.
thanks for
Have a
having
great
me.
night.
you
Good
so
night.
much.
Very much
Okay.
for having me.
Bye.
For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be. America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see. A symbol of hope, a symbol of unity. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free.